Hello, and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be your host, the Irrelevant Nerd. And today, I'm going to be talking about why I think Dave Filoni taking over Star Wars is a good thing. Dave Filoni has officially taken over for Kathleen Kennedy as president of Lucasfilm with, I believe her name is Lin-Wen Brennan, who is a 25 plus year executive from Industrial Lights and Magic and Lucasfilm, but he is going to be in charge of the creative side going forward. And the internet seems pretty conclusively happy that Kathleen Kennedy is gone, but very mixed on how they feel about Dave Filoni taking over. And I'm a massive Star Wars fan, so I wanted to make a quick video of why I think that Filoni taking over is the best thing that could have happened to Star Wars outside of George Lucas taking back over. 'Cause Filoni is not just some Lucasfilm executive. He is George Lucas's hand-picked protege. He has trained directly under George Lucas for years. He still reaches out to George Lucas for advice to this day because he respects the creator of the world. He knows the lore inside and out, and he is extremely respectful of what came before as he has continued to expand the lore in different ways through the Clone Wars and the Ahsoka show. And he understands how Star Wars is supposed to feel, and you can just see it in all of his work, whether or not it's the Clone Wars or Rebels or the Bad Batch or the Tales of the Jedi series, the work he's done in The Mandalorian, what he's done with the character of Ahsoka, the show Ahsoka. He just very clearly gets it. He has created the best Star Wars under Disney's ownership by far because, again, he respects the past without feeling like he's trapped by it. He does bring back nostalgia characters and moments for sure, but he does it with a purpose. When he brought Darth Maul back, it wasn't gimmicky at all. He didn't just come back for an episode to get fans excited to see him again and then have him killed off. He was developed, and the character has been given very interesting and meaningful arcs that feel earned, and that has fleshed his character out so much and has increased fan love for the character so much. So when he does it, it just feels right, and he hits the balance perfectly, and that balance is so crucial because Star Wars cannot survive on nostalgia alone, but it also cannot survive if you ignore its history and legacy. It's very important to the fans, and what has happened under Disney in particular with The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, the overall brand interest in Star Wars has been so damaged because you've created fan-wide apathy, and so you need somebody who can come in and find that balance between the old and the new, and I think that Dave Filoni walks that line better than anyone. And something that I don't think he gets enough credit for in general is his ability to think long term. You can trace character arcs across multiple shows, multiple timelines, and multiple mediums, really, from the books. When you jump from live action to animated, he thinks of it in terms of the saga as a whole, and really this is how Star Wars should feel, interconnected and intentional, and really most importantly, it should feel cohesive. And Star Wars very clearly, desperately needs a long-term vision. That is what doomed the sequel trilogy and has what split the fandom so so hard. If they had just come together and created a plan, like even just a loose outline for what the trilogy would be, the whole brand would be in a much, much better spot than it is now. And so he brings that long-term vision, and as much as he does have the member berries in his show, I don't think he panders to the fans at all. I think he does, like, he has fan service without letting the fan service being the thing that drives the story going forward, which again is another thing that you have to balance, because if you can do that and feel faithful to what came before while still expanding it in an interesting way, this is how you would rebuild the trust with the Star Wars fans, which has mostly been shattered under Disney. Like, it will always have its fans for sure, and there are people who love the sequel trilogy for sure and who love projects like The Acolyte, but in general, you cannot look at the fandom and say they're united and what has been coming out of Disney has been very good at all. And I don't think Dave Filoni is perfect by any means as a storyteller, but I think if you look at his career, in particular in Star Wars, he has just gotten better as time has gone on, and he's developed relationships with people like Jon Favreau, who can help teach him the craft of making Star Wars in live action and how to tighten up the story a bit. And so the fact that he just has had that gradual improvement over and over again is enough for me to trust him with a creative direction and people working under him going forward. And I don't immediately expect everything going forward to just be fixed all of a sudden or to be perfect, but I do think that this is a massive, massive step in the right direction for Star Wars. And for the first time in like a really, really long time, like maybe 5+ years at this point, I have genuine hope for the galaxy far away. I think this is the man who's going to lead us back to where Star Wars needs to be. But of course, these are just my thoughts, my opinions, based off of how I see his career and his relationship with George Lucas and just his obvious love of the source material. But I would love to know what you think down below. Is Dave Filoni a good choice? Is he a bad choice? I think the fact that they have an executive serving as co-president with him is a good thing, because it allows him to just really focus on the creative side. But if you don't think Dave Filoni is a good choice, I'd be really curious who you think should have been the president, like to come in and take over the creative side. Or do you think somebody like Lin-Wen Brennan should have just been made sole president and kind of leave Dave Filoni where he's at now, because he does already have a considerable influence over the story and the lore going forward already? I would just love to know, but if you dislike it, please let me know who do you think would be better and why. I will also have some more videos that I'm working on that I'll have out for you guys very soon, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. And of course, may the Force be with you.